Hello, I'm John Schu, and I'm the ambassador of school libraries for Scholastic Book Fairs. And I am so excited for your upcoming book fair. Summer is a time for families to relax and unwind, but how do we make sure that children retain what they learned during the school year and build on that for the next one? I spoke with Pam Allyn, a leading literacy expert and advocate for children, about how to avoid the summer slide and how a Scholastic Book Fair is an amazing tool to do just that. So let's start off by, can you define for everyone what the summer slide is?
Research has shown us that when children are out of school in the summer and not actually having perhaps as much connection or high touch with books and reading experiences in particular, they actually fall back up to 2 grade levels in their reading life, especially in the early elementary years, middle elementary years. And the reason that happens is because the work that you're doing as a reader is really in motion. A child is still, their brains are still growing, as we know. And so not doing something for that long of a time in a child's life, that's a pretty long time. In some cases, it can be almost up to 3 months.
We know our teachers have been working so hard and principals have been working hard and students have been working so hard this school year, but there have been some unique challenges. So what are some things that families and teachers can do this summer to help students?
What children are telling me is that they see reading as more of an escape than they ever did before. And that's something amazing. That's about building resilience and about seeing yourself as a reader in the world where reading is a life-saving thing that you can do for yourself, emotionally nourishing, creating a sense of well-being, building your sense of social emotional learning. So I want us to open ourselves up, our minds up, and our spirits up to the fact that it may be that there are some ways in which we can find the gold in the hardship, and ask and invite our children to tell us the stories of how reading changed them in these last 10 months.
So how can hosting a late spring Scholastic Book Fair benefit students all summer long?
I think the thing that's been so important about book fairs all this time has been that it is a place of belonging and centering the child and the family right there to say, what are your book choices? What do you need and want that you can take back with you into your own life? And I think right now it's never been so much more urgent to have a book fair and to bring back that normalcy into our children's lives. The delight and the celebration of a book fair is pure joy.
So Pam, I am really interested to know, what are some books that are in the Spring Scholastic Book Fair that you are excited about right now and that you're loving right now?
Well, I have so many. This is an amazing.
That's a hard question. I know. That's a really hard question.
I'm gonna do it. I can curate some in your spirit, John, because you always help us to guide the way. I mean, there are some amazing books that are just coming out from Scholastic Book Fair. I mean, we can always count on the book fairs to give us the latest and the greatest, and they've outdone themselves this year. So one is Malcolm Mitchell's book. It's literally like my very favorite book in the whole wide world. He's an amazing author. He's an inspirational author. He always tells the story of reading and the magic of reading and how reading is, your best friend. And this book does that work and beyond. It's an incredible book. The illustrations are amazing.
I want to tell you, Pam, about one of my favorite books in the whole wide world, Ways to Make Sunshine by Renee Watson. And I love on the back, I'm going to read you what it says on the back. It says, "Move over, Ramona Quimby. Portland has another neighbor you have to meet." And when I chatted with Sayantani Dasgupta about this book, the author of The Serpent's Secret, she said, "I would say hold hands, Ramona Quimby." And I really liked that. So for students and for teachers who love the Ramona series, they must read Ways to Make Sunshine, where they'll spend time with Ryan Hart. This is one of my very favorite books in the whole wide world. All right, back to you. Sorry about that.
I'm sold. Okay, I have another one, and that's Twins by Varian.
So good.
So good. And the illustrator is Shannon Wright. She's brilliant. Graphic novelist, amazing art in that book. It's lighthearted, but also, of course, big themes about friendship and more. It's really they're a great team. So that
was one of my favorite books I mean, it's one of my favorite books, but especially last year when it came out. But a book I've been recommending to people, I say, if you love twins or you love Raina Telgemeier's books, check out Allergic. It's about a girl who's so excited to get a dog for her birthday. And when they go to the Humane Society to adopt the dog, she realizes she's severely allergic to dogs, and the whole plan goes out the window. So it's about allergies, it's about friendship, it's about family, and it's perfect for people who love twins like you do. So Allergic
thank you
is
so much.
Oh no, thank you.
Wow. Once again, score. I'll give you one more title that I really love. And this one is a book that completely changed me in so many ways. I actually had to like turn off all my electronics while I was reading it and just say, I need to be with this book. And that book is called In the Land of the Cranes. And it's by Aida Salazar. And it's a really moving and beautiful book of a journey and an immigration story, but a very, very, very challenging journey. And the characters are brave, courageous, heroic, but real, like real people going through real stuff. And it will really make you think about a lot of different things about just what does it mean to belong somewhere, and also the role that magic plays in helping us to be resilient and for our children. And I think it's a must read for everybody.
Thank you. I want to go to a book fair right now. Your book fair can keep a child's love of reading going all summer long and set them up for greatness in the fall. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. And as always, happy reading.